Welcome back to the Chandler's Channel. I'm Tracy with your intuitive weekly vlog. And this week's vlog is the Ask Tracy episode number 5, where I answer subscribers' questions. So if you're not a subscriber, you might want to become a subscriber so you get your questions answered. So our next one is September 29th, so keep that in mind. So comment with your question and you might just get yours answered September 29th. But let's go to our viewers and subscribers who have posted questions. And they're really good ones this week too, guys. They're not just personal. They pertain to everybody, so have a listen. This comes from MyVid302, and she asks, can people be born evil or soulless? So let's go see what Whitehawk has to say regarding this question. And for whatever reason, I feel like I should bless myself for whatever reason. And Whitehawk says, indeed, this is a good thing to do, as well as a good question. Thank you very much for your question, child. It's not so much people are born evil or soulless, my child, as much as it is how their journey has affected them. Oftentimes, we can be shaped just in our journey in the womb alone. We feel things while we're in there from our life giver, our mother, coming here to earth. But it's not only that our life is shaped by our journey here on earth, but a lot of the times our life is shaped and our fears come from our past lives on other planets and on this planet. So I think what you speak of, child, when you say evil or soulless, you're asking, how can one live without conscience? Without conscience. Yeah, without conscience. And you're kind of like shaking your head, yeah. People can go so deep, my child. They can go so deep into their pain and into their hate and into the darkness that it's very hard for them to come back. For all they know is the pain and the hate and the hostility they have felt their whole life. And there is a comfort zone there for them. For them indeed to feel love, respect, happiness would be the other side of the coin. And it's just not a good feeling for them because they've only known how to work through the drama and the evil in their life, child. So although I know, child, it seems you have people like this around you, and for that I am very sorry, child. Blesses himself. I think what you need to do with your life is journey on forward. For there's nothing you could do at this point for this person, for these children. You must let them continue on their path. And in time, if they make the choice to come back to the good life, then it is their journey and their choice. And it will be one step at a time, child, that they do come back. But for now, compassion for them, yes, but compassion from a distance, child, for you have done enough. You have done enough, and you can do no more, child, no more. So move forward, please, for your own sake and safety. Be blessed, child, and thank you for such a wonderful, wonderful, conscientious question. God bless. And he gets down off his horse, and it's really funny because it's off. I've not seen him do that, and it is very dark in this message. And Whitehawk's horse even seems dark, and he normally rides a white horse, right? And he gets down off his horse, and he gives you a hug, and you're on your knees crying, and he says, "It is okay, child. You must get up, and you must make the journey. Yes, on your own. But you're never alone. You may be alone at this moment in the physical world, but you are not in the spiritual world. We are here for you. We always have been. So take one step, and then another step, child. And it will lighten, and the energy will begin to flow again. It's like I feel like there's so much darkness around you that is very hard to move for you. It's very, very hard that it's actually causing you to, well, I felt a lot of shortness of breath, and now I understand why. There's a lot of fear, like you can hardly breathe. There's so much fear there, and oftentimes when you're in an area of hostility and anger and hate, it is very difficult to breathe, and one does live in fear, and that's how it can affect you, and then that depletes your energy, and it's even more difficult to get up and to move. So this is what I'm feeling within you and what's around you. And so know that Whitehawk's there with you, helping you get up, and he does help you. Yeah, and he helps you beginning to move forward away from the darkness that you've been surrounded by for so many years. It will take time, child, Whitehawk says. It will take time. But we will do it. We will do it. God bless. And I just see you and Whitehawk journeying away from the darkness. Well, there you go. There's the answer to your question. I hope it brings you some peace and some light to your situation. Okay, so let's move on to our second question. And our second question is actually about connecting with loved ones and wanting to know how they can better connect and feel their loved ones around them. And I'm just scrolling down my phone to see if I get it completely right. So bear with me. Yes, so this is by Autumn Harcastle. And the question says, why can I not feel angels, passed over family members, etc.? Is there things I can do to actually feel those comforting, reassuring presences? Okay, let's go see what Whitehawk has to say regarding this, Autumn. Sorry, I'm just sort of shaking off the previous reading to get into this one. Okay. Indeed, child. Thank you very much for a very, a question that will serve many others as well in the presence of this answer. Okay, well, how can you best feel your loved ones? Well, there's no doubt, child, that oftentimes they are present, and to just call on them is one of the easiest and fastest ways for them to come and be around you, just like that. It does not take like 20 minutes to arrive. It's actually just as you're even thinking it, they're there. Or even before that thought hits your mind, they're there. Or even the fact that you've thought about them probably means that they're there. That is why that thought entered into your mind, child. So you want to know how you can better connect with them or feel their presence. Okay. Sometimes the best way, child, to feel the presence of a passed on loved one is just to call out their name and to sit and to wait in peace and quiet to see what it is that you sense or you feel or you smell. Perhaps you will feel a light caress over a shoulder that comes as maybe a breeze that comes over a shoulder. Or maybe it will be your loved one's favorite flower. You'll smell their favorite flower. Or perhaps it won't even be the flower that you smell. It would be just an image that pops into your mind that you see. Perhaps it is a tulip or a rose or a daisy that pops into your mind. Or perhaps as you are walking outside and you see one lone daisy or a rogue tulip or rose hanging out, then you can go, aha, I know. My loved one, my mother, my sister, my daughter is calling out to me, for she loved thee so. For there is no coincidence that you had made a left turn instead of a right, and you have come on this meadow of flowers that your child that has passed, or your mother who has passed, or loved one who has passed, loved and adored. That is how you get to know and feel their presence. Mainly it comes through awareness and being alive in your world and not numbing your senses through drugs and alcohol or food or exercise or busyness. For when we actually open up the feelings of our body again and calm our nerves and our mind, we can allow for intuition to set forth into helping us feel the presence of our loved ones around us, and not only spirit, but our intuition is intact and can help us be aware of our surroundings and messages of those in our environment who perhaps do not have the best intentions for us. So, unnumbing your body, my child, from drugs, alcohol, busyness, food, whatever it is you ply yourself with to numb your feelings so you do not need to feel. Unply yourself. For it is through the unplying that we become more aware. Yes, feelings hurt, they do. But they also feel good. And we need to find a balance and not just numb them out and shut ourselves down. We need to reopen ourselves. And it is through this reopening that we allow the presence of spirit to enter into our world. And another good way, another great tool, children, is to find yourself in the presence of nature. For it is in the presence of nature that we can speak more easily and gently to you as well. And you need not try. You need not say, okay, Mom, come to me now. I'm listening. For indeed, the only thing you're going to feel is tension. You will feel nothing else. And when we come to you, it comes to you as a whisper, or it comes to you as a breeze, or it comes to you as a, huh, well, that was weird, or uh-huh. or as I've mentioned to you before, smelling their fragrance, perhaps of a perfume they have worn, or perhaps you see their favorite animal in the wild or a bird in the wild, and then you know they have been there or they are reaching out to you. And those are some of the best ways you can begin to connect with your passed on loved one's child. I hope that has been of help to you and of service to you, and I wish you all the luck. And never discount when you go, well, there's no way that could have been my mom. For indeed, I assure you, it has been your mom who has stepped in to say hi and, hey, I am here, and yes, I do love you very, very much. And if I could only be there to give you a great big hug while you journey through this difficult time in your life, then I would be. But I cannot be. So instead, I come to you this way. And Whitehawk is showing me it's a flower, and weirdly, it's like the flower wilted. It was up, and then it kind of just went and drooped and wilted. And I can't tell the type of flower, but I do know it has long bladed leaves like around it. And I see a stem, but I don't see a bloom or an actual flower. Is it gerbera with a big center? But I don't see petals. Indeed, little one says that's because there were no petals. It was very freaky. But we leave this with you, my child, for you to ingest and move forward on your path to renewal, to refreshment, and knowing that indeed you have always known when your loved ones have been around you. God bless. Well, there you go, my children. That is our Ask Tracy episode 5. I'm thinking, I could be wrong, but it's episode 5. So thank you for your questions. Those were really, really good, and they will help the masses of people who've had these questions. And I wish you the best in feeling the presence of your loved ones around. I know for me, I can share that my grandparents, one comes to me through a song that I had a connection with my grandfather with, and then the other one comes through a flower that I had a connection with my grandmother with, and then my father will come to me through a bird here in the physical world. So there you go. I hope that helps you. And don't forget to subscribe and comment with your questions to get your questions answered in the next Ask Tracy episode on September 29th, 2014. And we'll see you back here real soon. If you liked what you've seen here, give me a thumbs up. If you found it of value, I'd like to know. God bless. I'm Tracy for a Channels Channel.